Welcome and hello everyone out there on YouTube. Thank you all again for checking out today's video game coverage. If you are new here, I welcome you to come check things out, and hopefully this can become a place that you come for all your open world RPG and indie gaming. We're offering looks into new game releases each month, as well as news, rumors, gaming mods on Starfield, Cyberpunk, and even Fallout and Skyrim. With Starfield fresh and new, I find it really exciting to have a video game channel focusing on Bethesda mods and being here at the start and the launch of Starfield. So get comfy, grab yourself a coffee, a Monster, a soda, maybe you want some water, and everybody enjoy. So YouTube, what are we talking about today? We are talking about why it's time to head back into Cyberpunk 2077 before the launch of Phantom Liberty. The reason is Update 2.0, which should be releasing here any day now. Earlier this year, Cd Projekt Red updated the players, letting us know that we would be getting a release and an update for the game prior to the launch of Phantom Liberty. Cd Projekt Red has been very open and transparent with us for a while now. Now, they did kind of shy away after the game's disastrous launch, but since they started fixing things and getting the game updated, they have been doing their best to keep players updated on what's going on. And that doesn't excuse the horrible launch, but it's been refreshing and, kind of nice seeing them stick with the game, commit to it, admit their mistakes, and try to wiggle back into the good graces of the player fan base. I honestly feel that the current state of the game is fantastic. I know for me personally, it's one of the best RPGs to have come out in the past few years. So now you can't really blame those that have held out or stayed as far away from this game as they could, but if you are one of those people, it's definitely time to jump in and check out the game if it's something that you've been curious about. And for the rest of you that have kind of backed away and are waiting for Phantom Liberty to come out, this is really the time to get back in. Not because of Phantom Liberty, it's going to be because of Update 2.0. Remember now, a few months ago, the studio said that these changes are going to be closer to the first vision that they had for the game. I did a video recently, so feel free to check it out. And this showed the different net running builds that will be available going forward once 2.0 launches. We'll be able to make chain combos. We're going to be able to open up certain attacks based on what attacks we do prior to that. These types of changes will be happening across the skill tree after they revamp it, and this will allow players to create new builds and do things in new ways with the modified skills and perks. It's changing up the combat playstyle and giving the game a fresh new feeling. Cd Projekt Red stated that every system in the game will be revamped. No system will be left untouched, so this includes the skill trees and the perks. Now, going along with the idea of new builds and perks, there will be changes to items that are found in the game throughout questing, shops, and looting, and there'll be also changes made to the crafting system. Clothing no longer includes changes to stats outside of their basic armor values. The stats from clothing will now be shifted over to the new cyberware system, something personally for me makes a lot more sense. If we're gonna have cyberware and cyber mods, it seemed kind of weird to have so many of our body and combat stats coming from the various clothing that we wore. Having it integrated into the cyber system just makes a lot more sense and adds depth and gives us different ways that we can play around with different builds. There are going to be 4 major changes to combat, the first being an overall AI combat improvement, Cd Projekt Red promising more in-depth combat throughout all areas of the game. Then the new AI police system, which is just basically part of the overall combat changes in general. But since the police were so badly done, and anyone that played the game at the start knows how bad it was, this is listed at its own improvement since they did focus very heavily on this. The system will be similar to that we see in GTA. The more stars you get, the more cops you're going to have, and the stronger types of unit that you're going to see. They're going to come over, they're going to hunt you down, and the more you're wanted, the longer it's going to take to get your stars cleared. Then, obviously, through new skills, perks, and builds, will come new combat playstyles. And the final change to combat is vehicle combat. The 2.0 update will finally bring in-vehicle combat to the game. I assume this is going to work much like the scripted events, as they mentioned that there's going to be vehicle chases along with this. So I'd imagine that this would be similar to the events that we come across in Night City, where we see rival gangs chasing each other down, involved in combat, or when the cops are chasing people down, shooting and running them off the road. Either way, it's a huge improvement and it only adds more depth to the game. And this has me ready to start a new playthrough and hopefully get ready to dive into Phantom Liberty shortly after the update arrives. There will also be a revamped UI. The cyberware system, as I said, is going to be totally redone with the addition of a capacity system. and we can ride around listening to even more great music with the addition of the new radio stations. All of this is set to come for free to Cyberpunk 2077 when Update 2.0 drops, and like I said, I really feel like it's going to be here within the next week. And with all of this coming, I just keep thinking back to what a crazy summer this has been. First, I'm still trying to finally finish Tears of the Kingdom. I finished Hogwarts not too long ago. Baldur's Gate 3 came out and lived up to everything that I wanted it to be. Starfield released and has been something that I've enjoyed, and I'm really excited to see what modders start doing with Starfield. They have such a vast playground. It's going to be great to be here from the very beginning and watch this modded community take off. Then there were other great titles like Sea of Stars, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. There's been some really good platformers that have come out. Indie games are doing good. Blasphemous 2 is fantastic. So this summer has been packed with great things, and Cyberpunk's update and DLC is a great way to head into fall. So everybody enjoy, be safe, and I will see you again in the next video.